Hey guys, this is the last thing I wanted to do was do another video from my bed, but I'm stepping down my medication, as I said in my last video, and I'm experiencing some withdrawal and having some problems. Now, that doesn't mean that my plans are off for 100 butterflies and 100 boxes. The origami butterflies can be made in any way that you find online that makes origami butterflies. All you need to do is search for them. But I do not want them any larger when they're finished than about an inch to an inch and a half. So there's where my problem lies. I was going to figure out the size of paper for you, so you may have to do some experimentation, and I do apologize for that. As far as the box goes, the box needs to be made by 6 by 6 sheets of paper. You can also look up, it's called an origami star box. I know that you've seen them all. I showed you one in my last video. And you can mail them to the email address that I don't have right now. Not email address, home address. It's on my last video. So if you would go ahead and do that, that'd be fine. As you can see, I have shaved the right side of my head. Where it looks like we hit the scalp, we didn't. That's just where there's no color, and we're going to fix that when I'm up to it. That's because it hurt on that side. But I'm still very excited about making these butterflies. Like I said, I started looking at the butterflies that I make, and I found so many more different variations online that were so cool. They just need to be very small. As long as they're no bigger than about an inch to an inch and a half, they should be fine. Again, no perfumes, no glitter. And I'd like you to write your first name and your last initial and the country or state that you come from on the back of the little affirmations that say you are brave, you're my hero, you are strong, you're my sunshine, have a good day. Anything like that other than, as I have said, get well soon. I so desperately want to be able to say get well soon to these children. And there are children. There's going to be so many that will get well. But I would hate for the ones that are not going to get well, and the parents know it, to receive a bunch of butterflies that say things like that. I thought about sending them little treats like candy and things like that, but a lot of them have very specific dietary needs. And so we can't do that. So if you look up origami star box, and you would go ahead and make them by 6 by 6 on 6 by 6 paper and send them to me. Where the star points stick out, I like them glued down. If you don't get a chance to do that, that's fine. I can do that. If you want to mail them flat, then you'll see what I'm talking about when you see how they're made. I can puff them out and flatten and open them up myself and put the butterflies in. I have a box ready to go. I have some butterflies done, but of course they're ones I did a while back and I haven't got video on that. But I really wanted to be able to post video on exactly how to do this. So like I said, look up origami butterflies. The best thing to do is look up easy origami butterflies if you're not familiar with origami. And then make them smaller and smaller until you get the size that works for you to get it down to the right size. There are very many variations, as I said, and we can take as many variations as we can. I like to make the butterflies out of magazine paper because they turn so colorful, because there's always color in a magazine. The boxes, I just do with a 6x6 piece of not cardstock, but scrapbooking paper, so it's not that heavy. And then, as I said, those of you who are just going to send the affirmations, go for it. If you can cut them for me, that would be great. If you can't and you just want to put them on a sheet of paper and mail them, that would be fine as well. I will do a follow-up video to this with my address on it in case you can't find the address, but it is on the video previous to this one. So if you wouldn't mind and keep passing this around, I'm getting more and more people who are interested in doing this. I'd like to be able to get them all in around Thanksgiving, but if we don't, it doesn't matter. What matters is that these kids get these butterflies and know that people out there who they don't even know care about them. St. Jude's has never turned a child away because they couldn't pay, because people who care about them send money all the time. I know that you all know that. Well, money is not something that all of us can send. But if you have a magazine and a stamp and an envelope and you can dump a bunch of butterflies into it and send it to me, that's fabulous. Or make some butterflies and a couple of boxes and flatten them and send them to me. That's fantastic. Then these kids can hold something in their hands from the people who love them and feel that childhood cancer should never happen to anyone. So, as I said, I never wanted to make another video from my bed again, but this is something I have to go through. It's making me clearer. The pain is really intense, but I want my life back. So I'm going to continue to step down on the narcotics until I can no longer stand the pain. When the pain takes over to the point where it is making it impossible for me to function, then we'll stop and we'll go back up at least one level to keep me functioning. Hopefully by then they'll have ruled in favor of putting in the spinal stimulator. I'll get my surgery and everything will be fabulous, and I'll still be in pain, but I'll be able to function without the ridiculous narcotics. So thanks for bearing with me. I'm sorry this took so long. This last few days has been pretty bad for me. I've had a lot of swelling in my hands, feet, and face. As you can see, my lip is still swollen. And I'm fighting. But you know what? They're fighting harder. They're little ones. And they're so brave. So, thanks for watching. And let's get those things coming in. I'm hoping to go to my mailbox sometime this week. And hopefully there's something there. I'm really hoping that you guys will join with me in trying to make 100. If we could make it to 1,000, I would be overjoyed. Because I don't know how many kids are in those wards. So, thanks for listening. I have got to turn off the light because it's hurting my eyes. But yeah, look at my last video and the address should be listed underneath it. If it is not listed underneath it, please leave a message under here, under this video, and I'll make sure that it is posted everywhere because I got a new post office box. You guys rock, and I will talk to you later.